They were gone most of the day.
All right, the time is 6:33. I'll call the work session of the mayor and council to order. We'll go over tonight's regular agenda meeting first. You all have a copy of the minutes. Are there any corrections or changes to the minutes?
There's some corrections all didn't be there.
Okay. A lot of corrections?
4 or 5 minor.
What about the May 11th and July 6th?
We'll look for May 11th.
I know, I'll open it up.
I'm not gonna be here. You're getting old now.
Catching up with you. Those are fine.
Let me back up and say, for the record, Councilman Kraus isn't here, but she had a family situation in Boston to attend to. Then we have no invited guests tonight or committee department reports.
He said it was earlier tonight.
And Kirk,
Yeah.
no, Kirk's wife, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And then you know, what would you say, manager? You don't have anything to say.
I don't have one. He didn't tell me if he had one, so.
We have the consent agenda, no, nothing under the consent agenda. Old business, we have the public hearing. First annexation is for Summit Chase. That's on for first reading. You all received the email regarding first reading language. We raised that to our July 27th meeting. And then we have the Park Place rezoning, and that's also on for its first reading. So we'll waive that till July 27th. Motion. We have new business nomination and reappointment of Nedra Bailey and Brittany Washington to the Arts Commission. Anybody have any questions about that? Then you should receive the applications for the new appointments of Ms. Harrington and Mr. McKinley.
Mayor, we're still in stand with our previous policy. People need to be vetted through the committee and brought forward by the committee to the mayor and council.
Okay, I'm going to go forward with my nominations tonight, and you guys can do what you want. Then we have reappointment of, as I told you before, the Art Commission doesn't meet until the end of the month. We've had these vacancies for some time. I think I told y'all back before we went to Savannah, I plan on making these appointments. I did ask the Art Commission for input via email and received no response from them, so I have to imagine there's no objection to these people. We then have for Parks and Rec, the reappointment of Adam to the Parks Board. And
Mayor, that's not quite true. I was at their meeting. I don't know if you've got a copy of their minutes, but I haven't. But I was at their meeting, and they voted unanimously for Mr. Banks.
I understand, but we had an executive session about Mr. Banks, and since that time, Mr. Banks has sent an email withdrawing his application.
I'm not aware of him withdrawing his application. I'm just saying what happened to me.
But that was before I made the nomination of these two people. It was Mr. Banks, and then in the interim, I made the nomination of these two people. I sent an email to the Art Commission and haven't gotten a response. In any event, nothing requires there to be a recommendation of the commission, so I'm moving forward with the nominations tonight. Does anybody have an issue with D, Mr. Billiam?
Same thing.
This is a reappointment. You're going to ask them to be vetted? Okay. E, there's several members that came to my attention. We never made appointments last June for the Planning Commission. So Mr. Williams and Ms. Graham's posts have expired back in 2004, and then Mr. Harrington's post is expired now. So that's the reappointment of those three posts. Any questions about that? Same with the Urban Redevelopment Authority, reappointment of Dexter Harrison and Nelson Williams. Any questions about that? G is Mark Marietta, replacing the expired term held by Todd Warner. Questions about that?
Same thing as the others.
H, I'm going to withdraw. I is reappointment of Dennis Lawton and Ruth Herrick to the Board of Appeals. Any questions about that? J is new appointments to the Board of Appeals of Kenny Smith to post 4, John Mitchell to post 5, and Hank Reed to post 6. With the Board of Appeals, the majority of the Board of Appeals I'm recommending be replaced. I understand, Mr. Wicks, that you want the board to make a recommendation, but I have to guess that the board's not gonna recommend to replace themselves. I've said for several years that we need change on that board, and so I'm gonna go forward with these appointments, these nominations.
Go ahead.
Okay. Consideration action on the police vehicles, chief, anything you tell us?
Well, I think the agenda summary items the same, what was included in the budget, 4 vehicles that are all-wheel drive, Dodge Chargers, completely outfitted and came in slightly under what we budgeted.
Any questions of the chief?
We don't think of smart cars.
Norcross already beat us to the punch.
Sorry. Well, I thought about it, but when we take you to jail, you wouldn't be able to ride in the back.
That's true. Ladies, consider how long.
L is the telecommunications agreement with GMA. Chief?
That's what is budgeted, it's the $9,000 for them to, and it was previously discussed at that time.
Anybody have any questions about that? M is the poll manager. You should have all seen the email, I think last week, though the council does not appoint the poll manager. That's actually for the election superintendent, so we won't need to take action on that item. N is the beer and wine pour license. Mr. Woods?
Yeah, this is just housekeeping for us to issue 2 special use permits for Snellville Tourism Trade for both of their events to pour beer and wine. We have local Lincoln Fill Station and Nico's that are doing that. But, I believe, I spoke with Jason under our new ordinance that needs to go before mayor and council.
O, we need someone to sponsor O. Is there any council member that wants to sponsor?
I'll sponsor.
That's the purchase of 2340 Wisteria Drive. Do we have the price on that? It was like 230, so we talked about.
230 is what I remember.
We'll need a motion at the appropriate time. And then P is a hazard mitigation plan.
This is, periodically, the county updates their hazardous mitigation plan. All of the cities and various agencies are involved in that, and the REMA and FEMA require that there be a resolution adopted, and that's what it's the same language as the one we adopted the last time.
Okay. So that's the end of the regular session, then we have our work session. Any city attorney report for tonight?
No, just thank y'all. It's my first meeting. Look forward to working with everybody here, and just thank you for having me.
That brings us to our discussion items. I think last meeting, the website,
Yeah,
that continued.
we haven't met, so no updates.
Maintenance of CFI signalized bridges. I put this on here, you know, we've had the conversation before about the, I don't know if that's the correct term for it, signalized bridge, the arm mast that's gonna go across at the CFI. There have been some discussions in open meetings, I believe the last CID meeting, that the city of Snellville has volunteered to be responsible for the maintenance of those signals. And otherwise, if we didn't do it, the DOT, there was no, it's my understanding there wasn't a request made to the city, but the Georgia DOT would otherwise maintain those. And I had sent Butch an email trying to find out why we volunteered to do it and at what cost that would be, and didn't get a response. And so I put it on the agenda for tonight, hoping I'd get a response. But
The conversation that I had with him, I understand that he never volunteered anything, that he hasn't had any idea where CID got that.
I don't know about that, but I do know that he spoke with DOT and the others, and they said it's premature for us to discuss that
Right.
until, because it's gonna be a lot later before the final decision's made. And, the maintenance should be relatively minimal because the upgrades to the thing is just, is brick and stone. And so I can't imagine that there would be any significant cost to whatever it is, but they will, he said it's premature, both the engineer and DOT made that, said it's just too early to talk about.
Yeah, we wouldn't maintain the signals anyhow, or we'd maintain
Not
just
the
part of
signal,
the
just
structure.
the stanchions for the bridge, and it's all brick and stone
Yeah,
and
that's
steel.
lasts a long time. And it's theirs.
And, we got communication a couple, I guess last week, the next agenda item C about Netherworld Haunted House. They're looking to open a second location. Is everybody familiar with Netherworld? It's a haunted house over in North Cross off of Jimmy Carter, and they get literally thousands of people. They're known, actually they said millions of people. They're listed as the top haunted house in the nation. And they are celebrating their 20th season, and so they're looking to open a second location. And at the second location, they're looking at doing something, not just for Halloween, but also maybe something for Christmas. And so they're looking for 50,000 square feet. The new facility will provide 200 jobs, and they anticipate they'll get thousands of visitors each day. And so they had reached out to the different cities to see if there was anything in the cities that could accommodate them. So I put this on here. I don't know if we have anything, if we could work anything out with anybody. The first thing that came to mind was the Old Gold's Gym, but I don't know if Cherry Furniture, Cherry
Cherry Hills and
Hills, I don't know if they have the whole thing, if they're using
they
the
have
whole
the-
thing.
Not the whole thing, but that appliance store uses the rest of it as a warehouse.
I mean, this would be a great opportunity for the city to get something like this. I just don't know where we would put it.
50,000 square feet is.
That's the challenge. That's how big a space.
believe it or not, we don't have any vacant places that
That's a good thing.
big. Is the Anna's Linen's about to be vacated, is something else coming in there?
Not even close.
That's not big enough.
I mean, if you put it in perspective, the Best Buy is 35,000 square feet as it sits right now.
The old Best Buy?
The current Best Buy where they are in right this minute, it's 45,000 square
It's
feet.
about the size you need.
They're moving down to 30. So, and that's, if you're looking for a box the size of Best Buy.
Best Buy, that shopping center went really well for parking though, for that type of traffic.
They won't be, they won't be.
No, they don't have a place to move yet.
But well, I put it out there in case anybody knows of anything. So it would be a great opportunity for the city. And then
It's the same thing as I just had on.
okay, that's the end of the agenda. And so during the work session of the mayor and city council of Snellville, Georgia, Mayor Council announced that certain matters should be discussed in the closed session of the meeting as council advised the city with respect to closing the meeting. The city attorney advised the city on reasons to close the meeting on the appointment, employment, compensation, hiring, disciplinary action, or dismissal, or periodic evaluation, or rating of public officer, employee,